Hi guys, in this video, my goal is to take this very complex topic and make it as simple as humanly possible, okay? So I don't know if you saw this floating around the internet. It's this thing called MTHFR. It's a defect in this gene, okay? Now genes are mini instructions. They're like the blueprints to tell cells what to do or what to make. And you have this whole chain reaction in the cell. You have the blueprints, you have a copy machine. You have literally a copy machine in your cells. You have a translator. You have little things that help check for errors. Then you have another machine over here that builds the different body parts, okay? Well, a defect in this specific MTHFR gene causes a defect in the MTHFR enzyme, okay? And the function of the enzyme normally is to convert folic acid into its active form of folic acid. Folic acid is vitamin B9, okay? Folic acid is the inactive version. It's supposed to normally convert through this enzyme to the active form called methylfolate, and it has a whole series of actions that occur after that. So basically, this condition is a defect that blocks full capacity of conversion of the inactive to the active form of B9. That's all it does. That's the simplicity of it, okay? And when I say full conversion, I'm saying it might convert somewhat, but it's like 40 to 70% defective. So you make a lot less than you should, so it doesn't convert. And that leads to a whole series of chain reactions that occur within the cell. And I'm not going to even give you these names because it's not important. What you should know is that having a defect in this gene will give you a series of symptoms. And if you have these symptoms, then you should go get checked to make sure that you don't have this, because believe it or not, it's quite common. But there's a solution for it. Number one, it can affect your heart, coronary heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, dementia, okay? It also affects the natural anti-inflammatories. So you end up with inflammation, fibromyalgia, achy joints, arthritic type pains, okay? You also have the inability to detoxify in your liver, especially heavy metals, especially iron. So if you consume foods that have heavy metals, it can be very dangerous to your liver and your body because you lost that function. Very important, especially living in this environment. You also have the inability to make the full capacity of neurotransmitters, okay? I'm talking about serotonin, dopamine, melatonin. So that affects your mood. It affects your, can cause anxiety, cause depression. It can cause low dopamine, which gives you addictions to alcohol, addictions to drugs, addictions to cocaine, addictions to smoking. Melatonin is all about sleep. You can't sleep that well. You potentially could even get cancer. So there's all these things that happen, right? And here you are, and you're trying to fix all this stuff, and you don't really know what's going on. It could be one simple defect of this genetic little gene thing, okay? Now, you should go get tested. Let me tell you the remedy of this, okay? The remedy is very simple. You need to avoid taking folic acid because it can build up, it's not converting. And that would be in all the enriched foods that you shouldn't be eating anyway, like the grains. So you got to just look down the list and see what foods have folic acid. You want to avoid that. You do want to consume the active form of vitamin B9 called methylfolate. Okay, methylfolate. You want to take that as a supplement. You'll start feeling better. And then you want to take another chain reaction thing that occurs. You want to take the active form of B12, and that's called methylcobalamin. Okay, you want to take that as well. And you want to avoid gluten. You want to avoid all wheat, of course, sugar as well. You want to consume dark leafy green vegetables, chard, some spinach, kale. You want to do that big time because you need to actually have help to detoxify because you're not detoxifying 100% and you're filling up with heavy metals. You want to really have organic food, grass-fed, because you can't detoxify. There's a couple other supplements I would get to help your liver detoxify, and that would be NAC. You can find that supplement. That'll help the liver detoxify. And glutathione reduced, it's called. It's So just find something that says glutathione reduced and take that. And you're going to actually assist your liver in the natural detoxification. You'll start feeling better, okay? So I just wanted to create a video on the simplicity of what this is and what you need to do. Thanks for watching. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto and Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.